Imagine you're strolling through the mall and someone walks past you. No big deal, right? Except when you look back, they're gone, like vanished into thin air. You blink and they reappear 3 floors above you, casually sipping a smoothie. Turns out your classmate from high school, Chad Thundercock, is now officially Invisible Man. You try to call out to him, but he just keeps walking away, literally phasing through the mall security doors. He waves nonchalantly as he disappears into the sunset. In this reality, humans have had superpowers for decades. Some are subtle, like telekinesis, which allows you to move objects with your mind, but most can completely change how you look or even make you invisible. One day you're chilling in your room, lamenting your lack of cool powers. The next, bam, you're hanging upside down from your ceiling fan. It turns out you can fly. So yeah, no more studying for you. You spent the rest of the day zooming around the city, marveling at how easy it is to grab that Snickers bar you always wanted from the top shelf. But after dark, flying becomes kind of terrifying. Every honk and swerve from passing cars makes you dive for cover. The freedom is cool, sure, but the danger kinda sucks. When humans first got powers, the White House was swarmed by reporters asking how they were going to regulate, actual mutants. But nobody really had an answer. Suddenly, having powers didn't just change how we live, it changed who we are. Thanks to superhearing, you learn that your neighbor has a thing for opera. The news is filled with reports of buildings crumbling because some dude was trying to practice his earthquake powers in Metropolis. Oh, and Chad Thundercock? He's actually doing pretty well for himself. Now that he's invisible, he's immune to workplace harassment, and thanks to his super speed, he's landed a job as the world's fastest delivery guy. The world is full of people with powers, but most of them aren't like Chad. They're ordinary folks who just woke up one morning and found that their morning commute took less than 10 seconds because they were moving so fast. They could see a movie in a foreign language with perfect subtitles in their head. They could hear birds tweeting from miles away. They could reach out and touch a wire to zap themselves with electricity. For a lot of people, these powers are just a fun novelty, like having your own personal fireworks show whenever you feel sad. But as time goes on, you realize that there are downsides to having superpowers. Like, how do you pay rent if you can just teleport wherever you want? Does your landlord even count empty apartments that are occasionally occupied by a tiger? Speaking of tigers, how do you explain to your friends that you didn't steal their pet tiger, but you did accidentally set it free? Because you can talk to animals? Oh, and if you didn't notice, the news hasn't exactly been focusing on the positive side of superpowers. The constant state of low-level chaos and destruction has made a lot of people miserable. Even worse, there are people who don't have powers. After years of failed attempts to regulate mutant activity, the government eventually gave up. Powers are essentially unregulated in most places, which means that there are entire communities of powerless people. Now, you could argue that people with powers are kind of like those who got rich during the dot-com bubble. Sure, they got lucky, but what are they supposed to do with their good fortune? Or maybe it's more like when a lottery winner gets more money from the press than from their own family. People with powers quickly find that they're more interested in helping other powered people than normal folk. Society breaks down into 2 groups, powered and powerless, and being powerless starts to feel like being disabled. But as always, there's hope. There are a few select people who don't care about powers, who are working hard to build a better world for everyone, mutants and normies alike. These people dedicate their lives to helping others, whether they have powers or not. Because let's face it, having a superpower isn't all that cool when the world's falling apart. But hey, maybe that's why we dream about powers in the first place. We want to be heroes. And now you've got a reminder to go to the store to buy more milk. This message was brought to you by the Quaker Oats Company. Thank you for watching, and remember, stay strong.